Welcome back, Keepers of the Flame. Okay, so before I get into reads today, I need to kind of, say some stuff. So here's the thing. This channel is premised upon integration. It is not a high vibe environment. This is real. This is real life. This isn't some fantasy world where we're cutting people into little pieces and dicing them up and saying, "Are you on this little wavelength? Are you not? Are you down here on this vibe right here?" No, you are the whole spectrum. You are the whole thing. The moment we stop splicing ourselves into something or allowing someone else cut us in half, is the moment we step into our power. So when we can realize that we are the entire spectrum, we are a walking rainbow in and of ourselves. We are not on some mechanized chart, okay? We are the entire thing, okay? The entirety of it all. And so when we poo-poo negative or lower vibrations or frequencies or whatever it is, we now have just dropped a valuable and probably imperative way to continue to move forward in life. And what do I mean by that? So when we're talking to the high vibe tribe, yes, it's important to take care of those aspects of yourself because they are very important aspects of yourself. But when we segregate them, it's no different than segregation. It's not a good idea. It's not a good plan. The totality of it, the long term, horrible, wretched idea. Sorry, kids. That's the truth of it. If you don't like it, this is not the place for you. Okay? Integration channel. Okay, we are the keepers of the flame. That means the whole thing. And if you can't deal with the whole thing, you probably going to extinguish the flame. That's just the reality of it. There's a light side and a dark side. I don't translate good or bad. There's a light side and the dark side. Both have medicine. Both belong in a very sacred symbol called the, that whole yin and yang thing. So when we begin to understand that we are whole beings, and we are the spectrum expressing itself physically as a whole. If we're up here high vibing, right? We're in the high vibe zone. We're like channeling up here. We're still segregated. We're still cutting ourselves off from this. I don't know if this is just I don't know what they would call it. Maybe gatekeeping. I don't know. But this is we are whole beings meant to express our entire selves, not to start hacking ourselves into little splices. That's how we as human beings individually topple. That's how we deconstruct. That is how tower moments come in repeatedly, and we just scratch our head going, I don't understand this. Now, yes, there's things that need to be shed and things that need to go away. Absolutely. You're seeing this part of me, right? But there's a lower half. I have a whole body here, okay? As I have a whole spectrum, okay? So separating your chakra systems and segregating them out into little, you need to express the whole of the spectrum, and that's where your flame comes in. That's how you ignite that. Your anger, your lust, your greed, your despair, your whatever the heck it is, are part of who you are. If you continue to deny that, anybody is going to come in and be like, so, what you got going on in your bank account? So, I see that you're in desperate need of something over here that you're not fulfilling for yourself. Let me do that for you. So if you ignore that part, it becomes extremely susceptible to not so good things. So when we're talking about sovereignty and we're talking about integration, that's what we mean. We are whole human beings, light and dark. There's medicine in both areas. We are the entire spectrum. We are the rainbow. Okay. So if you have a difficult time dealing with the lower parts of yourself and understanding them and sitting with them and understanding that there's real power there. There's real power there. And if you can just harness it, harness the emotion, harness the lust, harness the greed, harness the whatever the heck it is, and drive it in a forward motion that's in the highest good of all, that makes you unstoppable. It makes you unstoppable. I know. Not a whole lot of people have been quoted saying that, but that's okay. You are the whole spectrum. When someone wants to shame you for being in low vibe mode or like not raising your frequency high enough, just know that that's a red flag. You don't need to but just see it as a red flag. Be like, okay. You're not looking at your lower chakras right now. You're segregating yourself. This is a fractured, shattered person who does not want to be the whole. Okay. So understand that they just probably need some space held because we're trying to get out of this mess of where you can't have any guilt or shame. You can't be a whole person. You can't make mistakes. You have to be a perfect little angel. Can't imagine why things went so wrong. If we're not allowed to express what we're going through, it's just going to get repressed and stuffed down and stuffed down and stuffed down. And then our subconscious is going to take ourselves over and we're going to do some really, really bad things. Really bad things. Continuously. Behind the scenes. On a cyclic pattern that's going to continue into. So, integration. Understanding that when you're working with the chakras, you need to take them all into account. You need to like the totality of it. Okay? That's crucial to moving forward and keeping your flame and being empowered in this day and age. Because if you can't look at your anger and your upsettedness and sit with it and express it in a healthy way, it's going to come out in a really negative way, and you're going to be on the receiving end of your subconscious, either behind the scenes, away from everybody else's eyes, or in a very public way. It's your choice. I mean, we just need to start accepting the fact that some people are not going to be able to lie to themselves about what kind of vibration and frequency they're on. They're just not, and that's okay. You're not supposed to lie to yourself. I mean, we're going through some serious issues here as a global population to say like to someone, you're just not vibing high enough or you're not on the right frequency. Kind of feels really not okay. It kind of feels almost like abuse. Like, that's cool. Your life is great. That's awesome. But why are you looking at the rest of the people and going, why can't you be just like me? Because we're an ecosystem, because it has multiple functions. So we need to understand and hold space for people rather than saying, you need to do this and you need to do that and you need to be like this, blah, 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 blah. We have to hold space for the darkness. We have to hold space for the lower chakras that you just don't get to surgically remove from people. It just doesn't happen. They don't leave you. And if you try to surgically remove bad things are going to happen again. So, whole integrated flame keeping people. So we can't keep sawing people in half and bits and pieces and expect that things are going to improve. It's just, it never worked that way. It never will work that way. No matter what dimension we're living in. Okay, so this is a whole vibe channel. We're a whole vibe channel. That's why that's what's happening. Okay, so that being said, I love you and keep your flame, and I'll do some readings here in a little bit.